Look at that.
That's amazing.
That's a pastrami sandwich. Everyone says you have to try pizza, bagels, and pastrami in New York City. But are the famous spots actually worth the hype? We've got 24 hours to eat our way through the most iconic foods in New York City, from slices to sandwiches, to find out. We don't want you to waste your time, your calories, or your money on a soggy slice or a $19 bagel, which is where we're heading first, if we can figure out the subway system. Let's go. I don't know what dip your credit card means, but we're dipping it. To get the most iconic food of New York City, the Lox Bagel, we came to the creme de la creme, Russ and Daughters. It's been in the same family for 4 generations, over 100 years old. It was started by a Polish immigrant, and it's a unique tradition to the Jewish culture, an appetizing shop. They don't sell meat, only smoked fish and dairy. So let's go see if their $19 bagel is worth the hype. So we got the traditional everything bagel, Lox, which is not smoked salmon. It's cured with salting and not smoking. That's a common misconception. And the scallion cream cheese. This is the hit that everybody gets at Russ and Daughters. I'm so excited. Bagel is so soft. The cream cheese is super creamy. It's got a little bit of that onion kick. That's salmon. That is incredibly soft, so tender. This one might be worth the hype. Bagel cheers? Is it bagel or bagel?
Who says a bagel?
My brother.
Hold on. Yeah, that just okay in my jaw to get this in my mouth.
How you know it's good?
That's weird.
Suck it up. Do it for the bagel.
It's worth it though. This is delicious.
This is Katz Deli. It's crazy, it's busy, it's one of the most famous delis on the planet, and it's really a New York City rite of passage. It is the oldest deli in all of New York City, open since 1888, famous for their hand-carved pastrami and for being where Harry met Sally in the video. But we are here to see if the pastrami sandwich that's pushing almost $30 is worth the hype and the lines. So how it works, when you walk in, everybody gets a ticket. I got a ticket, Caleb gets a ticket for everybody. And you find a cutter line. So there's 8 lines, and you just stand there and wait in that one line for your cutter to get your pastrami sandwich. We're dividing and conquering.
The pastrami sandwich.
Oh, it's like a taster. That's a good business move. So what makes Katz's pastrami so unique is that it takes 30 days to prepare. They start with a 3-week grind, and then they have expert pastrami cutters cutting their pastrami, where other pastrami places only take 36 hours. So that is like a month difference, and I don't know if I can fit this in my mouth. And Caleb's smiling like he can't wait to film me eat this. Sure.
It's gonna be great.
So I don't even know where to start. Look at that.
That's amazing.
That's a pastrami sandwich. Oh yeah. It is smoky, it's juicy, it's tender, it's so simple, and it's pretty dang flavorful. You're the pastrami
I don't think I've actually ever
connoisseur.
had a real pastrami sandwich. I've had pastrami like with Rubens. So this is the first.
Oh, what a place to have it. Yeah. Huge fan?
I can't find the end of
I know, my bread is somehow disintegrating.
It's just like a meat bun now.
I'm not mad about it. It's my first pastrami sandwich, but
The best.
I don't think I'll ever top it. Probably not.
I might dream about this one. I would definitely go back.
In a minute. And I think I know the answer to this for you. Would you dream about it?
Yes.
I would.
Freaking
I would not, just because it's a sandwich, but it was delicious. 100%.
No, you forget this.
Well, not only am I eating a pastrami sandwich, I'm also eating my words because I lied.
Look at Dragon.
Oh gosh! Can I say something?
Can you talk so we don't die?
Not only am I eating a pastrami sandwich, I'm also eating my words because the line gets crazy. So come early before noon and I'm gonna blow away. All right, we promised the famous New York slice, and that is Joe's Pizza on Broadway. It's been owned since 1975 by Joe, an immigrant from Naples, the pizza capital of the world, and he still owns it today. At the time we're recording, he is in his 70s. This place has been famous on Spider-Man 2, loved by Conan O'Brien, and it's the most iconic foldable New York slice. So let's see if it's worth the hype or if it's just a slice of pizza. This is my waiting in line for pizza dance. Would you wait in line this long for a $3 pizza, or do you think pizza is pizza and we're a little crazy? Yeah, I got one slice of cheese, please. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, it's like a pizza obstacle course in here. We wanted to keep it really simple and really classic, so we got a slice of New York cheese pizza. It's bigger than my head. I think you're supposed to fold it over. That's how you can fit it into your face. And then go in and see if it is worth the hype. Okay. Crust, soft, chewy, little oily, little crispy, really good, really cheesy. Not like gooey, but still got a really good salty cheese flavor. The tomato sauce is really simple, really flavorful, really fresh. Solid slice of Naples style pizza, but at the end of the day, it's a slice of pizza.
I like it.
We've come to the part of the day where we're not even halfway through and we're stuffed. So help us out. Give this video a like so we can keep eating for you. Verdict time. Was it worth it? I'd say no.
Not with the line.
No,
the line's pretty long. I'd go back like if I could just get in and out. Like it was good pizza, but it was not life-changing.
There's always space in our stomach, no matter how far we are, for something sweet. Iconically New York. Cheesecake is my favorite dessert in the whole world. I have a separate stomach for it. So what better place to eat it than in New York, where it is iconic at Junior's Bakery. They are known to have a spongy kind of crust instead of the traditional graham cracker crust. It's been visited by tourists, celebrities, presidents. So let's go see if it's legendary for a reason. Well, there's nothing junior about this cheesecake. As all good New York cheesecakes are, it's huge and I'm excited. This recipe has been family owned since the start of this restaurant, and they hand blend it for 40 minutes, and they use no fillers, no additives, simple, pure dairy, and that's apparently why it's so creamy and indulgent. I'll be the judge of that. I am a cheesecake connoisseur. Oh, that actually is like really light based off how my fork is going through it. Check that out. All right, sponge cake crust, no graham cracker crust. What's gonna win? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That is actually, it's really indulgent, it's really creamy, it's really rich, but it's also lighter than most New York cheesecakes. So I'm in like a sugar coma right now. I'm so happy I can't even speak. It's amazing. It is truly one of the best New York cheesecakes I've ever had.
That's saying something.
I know, like I won't share with Caleb, and he can't really eat dairy anyway, so.
I'm still good at having fun.
No, it's fine. Happy.
I took all the lactate.
You'll need it. It will be worth it.
Cheers, it's gonna be fun later.
Amazing, right?
I'm gonna bring around the water. I don't know if it's because I haven't had cheesecake for like a decade, but that's really good. What do you think about the crust?
So this is what I was worried about, the sponge crust, because I love a graham cracker crust. Honestly, I think it's maybe better than a graham cracker crust because it doesn't really allow like the cream cheesiness to shine. Like, there's like no competition. It's like, This is a cheesecake. Yeah. You're welcome. Color me impressed, juniors. You guys, that is the first cheesecake I have not been let down by in years.
She's the cheesecake expert.
I will live there and I will talk about it tonight. I love sugar, so let's go get some more. We get to walk through Central Park on the way to the next stop, but maybe don't come in April because April showers is a real thing.
Flowers?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's worth it, honestly. Well, we made the trek all the way to the Upper East Side, so there's a little bit of walking, but that means there's more space for cookies. The most iconic cookie in New York City is the black and white cookie, or half and half, yin yang, whatever you want to call it. And the most famous place is William and Greenberg Desserts. They are named the best black and white cookie in all of New York. They're closing just as we got there, but we're going just in time. There's a lot of like a mix among the locals about what makes a good black and white cookie. cakey, black and white icing ratio, what kind of glaze. But William and Greenberg makes them classic. It's a Jewish bakery, soft, chewy, fondant glaze, and it's been in the family since 1946 when William Greenberg came over from the war. He got a lucky streak doing some gambling and he opened a bakery, because why not? Apparently, you're supposed to take a bite with both sides. That's according to Seinfeld, which actually made the cookie famous when he said, look to the cookie and all of our problems would be solved. So let's see if he's right. Will our problems be solved with this bite?
Oh, you're uneven.
I was? Oh no! I did it wrong!
Bad luck for 20 years.
Oh my gosh, you know what this tastes like? Those chocolate donuts that you get at the gas station. I love it. I honestly didn't know what to expect. It is really soft, really cakey. Not really like a cookie, more like a muffin.
Giant.
Very giant.
You can cover your face.
I'm not a fan of fondant, so I'm not very fond of it.
Tastes like a donut.
How do you like this?
You think it tastes like a donut?
I kind of don't. There's not a cookie. Like, this is very deceiving.
I know.
There's nothing cookie about this except the shape. I'm sorry, dark side, light side.
I'm the dark side, baby.
You don't like chocolate.
I don't know this. Another cookie to eat. So much sugar in one day. Would you go back?
Yeah, but they should really rename it.
It's not a cookie.
It's not a cookie.
Yeah.
More like a flat donut.
I wouldn't dream about it, but I was not excited for it, and it really exceeded my expectations.
I guess I expected it to be a cookie, and it was like a letdown. But then I was like, it's a donut, and it's a good one. Winner, winner.
Donut
Dinner.
Literally. Okay, well, after all that sugar, you need a long walk to burn it off, so don't worry. We have that coming. If you're only in New York City for 24 hours like us, there's a good chance you do not want to spend 3 of those hours on the subway to go to Coney Island to go to the OG Nathan's famous hot dog stand. So your luck, there's one right across the parking lot in the Met if you eat your cookies there like we did. Right here. Nathan's hot dog really built New York street food. It started in 1916 when Nathan, a Polish immigrant, came over, started a 5-cent stand with his wife's secret recipe, and now it's this booming nationwide brand, but it's rooted here in New York City. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. So we got the traditional, looks just like a normal hot dog with sauerkraut and mustard. I heard the snap. Heard the snap. You know, it's a hot dog.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's like the boiled ones I had growing up, but with sauerkraut to make it fancy. Would I go all the way to Coney Island for it? No. But if you want the whole New York experience, hot dog cart, side of the road, it's pretty good for $4.
I would go back to that stand. I wouldn't go to Coney Island for it. It's a good hot dog.
Like I'd go back if I was like really hungry and wanted something cheap on the side of the road in New York City.
I don't know what to do with you.
It's my hot dog dance. If you ask a New Yorker, where should I eat the best cookie outside of a black and white cookie, they're gonna send you to Levain Bakery, fancy French word for leaven, because the two sisters that own this actually started a bread shop, but they were marathoners, so on the side they made these huge 6-ounce crispy on the outside, gooey and soft on the inside cookies, and they really were just to fuel their marathoning because they needed all the calories, but then they put a batch on the shelf and they just like sold out. And then I guess we're onto something. And so Leavonne Cookies went viral on Instagram, and now they're like a worldwide name. And apparently they are a must-try when you're in the city. Thank you. Ooh, I have a cookie and it's warm. Oh yeah. So their signature flavor is their chocolate chip walnut, but we don't really like walnuts. Nope. So we went to the second best option, double chocolate chip, which I think is milk chocolate and dark chocolate. These cookies, I think they're like a meal. I mean, they're 6 ounces. They're almost $6, which is very expensive for a cookie, but let's see. You gotta settle the debate in the comments. Do you like crispy cookies, gooey cookies? These are supposed to be crispy and gooey. So I think best of both worlds, because I love a gooey cookie. No notes, just a good cookie. It is so gooey. The outside is crispy, so if you like crispy cookies, if you like gooey cookies, it's for you. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, so you get sweet, but you get like not too sweet. Yeah, I see the hype. Okay, Lamont, I see you, cookie. I'm happy. It's gonna change your life.
I'll be the cookie judge.
You love chocolate chip cookies, so I think you're gonna love these. And you love dark chocolate.
Okay. It's crunchy on the outside. It is like gooey on the inside. almost like underbaked, but
I'm not mad about that.
it might be a cookie monster by the end of the day.
Salmonella, sign me up. I don't care.
Look at that.
If you can't make it all the way to NYC or you just want to bring some back home with you, they do ship, just so you know. And I honestly think it would be worth shipping, but then I might want to eat them all day, so I won't, but you could. So are New York City's most famous foods actually worth the hype? Well, honestly, some are. But if you want to see some local versions of these famous eats to see what's actually worth your time, money, and calories, make sure you check out that next video or hit the notification bell to be notified when it drops.